This is a blank mine crafting. I am Charles. I'll be your host for the day. Thank you for joining in. You can see I'm walking out in the fields again. Today is finding more inspiration again. What kind of inspiration does your characters need for an early morning encounter? As you can see, frost is on the ground, low light, so things are not as bright. I don't know if I can get that, but the moon is out. We're gonna go this way, but let's say they encamp in an open field. You know, there's no tree, a lot of trees, no hiding, no area where you can hide, basically. You're encamping. Unless you have a dome, wizard, or a bard, something like that. But let's say you don't have that spell, and they have to try to cover their encampment with like tall grass. Well, this is a good early morning way to do it. As you can hear, there is nothing going on. Maybe a couple birds waking up this morning, but really nothing going on. So let's build an encounter for your party. See, all of this area, the tall grass over there, some more tall grass. Let's say they cleared out a area right here. Your party's right here. Well, guess what? You have ample areas to make encounters. What do you say? How about an underground mole? That's a giant mole. You know, giant mole. The encampment is on top of the mole's home, and every step or the crackling of the fire makes the mole madder and madder and madder till the morning, when it bursts out of the ground, catching your players off guard. Because, hey, they're taking a long rest. And yeah, they have a long rest, but they're not expecting this giant mole coming out of the ground, swallowing, have your players near the entrance make a dexterity athletics check or a strength check to see if they don't fall into the hole. You know, these are the encounters that make a game, make your players go, what is going on in the world? I like those encounters, the ones that are kind of different and just a blast to have. Or they come up and it's late at night, you know, they come up to a grave marker. Well, it is what it is. But they encamped right on top of that. Who knew that there is graves underneath them? There's no markers sticking out. So, or they get into this tall grass here and try to hide their encampment. Unbeknownst to them, tiny little bugs get into their armor and into their sleeping rolls, into their areas. Now, hit points are hit points, but let's do health. You know, they, at the next town, they go to a tavern, and, you know, the beer tastes really bad. The food, they can't seem to understand, but the food tastes rotten. It doesn't look rotten. They get an apple and bite into an apple, and it tastes like dirt. They don't know what's going on. Your cleric does a medicine check. Well, it's not a medicine check because it's nature, and nature has a different check. This ways you can mess with your players' characters just a little bit. Oh, sorry about that. My hands, as you can see, are getting really cold. It is winter time up here, and you know, the frost, can't see my breath yet, but yeah. However, we're going to go down this little hole. You can see